And thank you so very much for joining me tonight. What we're going to be doing here together is to release, cleanse, sort of ground. We have a grounding theme to clear our bodies of cortisol, of stress, of anxiety, of a excess of non-productive energy. We're going to work through the body and direct this energy to release it, completely clearing you of stress, worry, tension, anxiety. I'm going to begin with this desert rain as sort of an aura clearing to begin to connect with the theme of presence. We're going to work through this through 3 layers, and our first layer is presence. So connect with your body, connect with your breath, and allow me to spray around your auric field here, this beautiful desert rain. Cover your eyes. And I'm just going to comb this through your field just to sort of initiate the by proxy connection, or to initiate the intention that we have here. I'm going to speak to you a little bit as I just move through your aura to cleanse and begin the flow of releasing. I want to bring in clarity, a little bit of logic, some witnessing, to really take in the moment of your present safety, the moment of your present security, the moment of your present intention to help yourself, to carve out time for yourself, to relax, to recalibrate, to release the cortisol, release the excess. Let's logically look at this for a second. Cortisol isn't bad. It can help with motivation, giving us energy. It helps with our sleep cycles to rise in the morning, dissipating through the day so we can sleep at night. It helps with our metabolism. There are uses for this. It exists for a purpose. But we kind of, for whatever reason, it's not blame, but we kind of accumulate it. We don't release it. It is not expressing. It is not being utilized for what it's for. And then we're carrying this fuzzy energy, or this stress, or this heaviness, or this like anxious anxiety feeling. So let's use our logic a little here, our analytical sense of presence, to remind ourselves and speak this to your body. I am safe. This is time for me. This is a time of releasing stress and worry and false urgency. This is a time of calm. This is a time of stabilizing. This is a time of reflection and respect that cortisol has a purpose, stress has a purpose, so to speak. But when it lingers, when we can feel it and it's not helping, it's time to let it go, to step in. So I'd love to invite you to scan your body. I've really been loving this feather specifically lately. And we're going to just sweep through with this feather very lightly. We're going to sweep on your head and just scan your head. Scan scan your scalp, your hair follicles, the muscles in your scalp or head, jaw, and scan your mind as well. Just a presence of any worry, of any tension, of any anxiety that lingers here, that accumulates here perhaps. Scan your eyes, your brow, your cheeks, your jawline, down your neck and the front and the back of your neck and the sides to your shoulders. Scan your shoulders and just feel. Do I feel any tension here? Is this where my worry is residing? Scan down your arms, down your chest, feel in your heart. Is there any worry here? Is there any stress or buzz or anxiety in my chest, in my lungs? Move down the abdominal area. Is there any stress in the upper abdomen? Is there any stress in the lower gut? Is this where it resides? And it can be in multiple areas, of course. Scan down your back. Do you feel any tension, worry, stress? Does it feel like a weight on your back? Down your spine. Around your hips, do you feel it here? What about your lower limbs, your legs, thighs, joints? What about your bones? Do you just feel this buzzy, urgent energy in your very bones? Do you feel it in your nerves? Just scan your body and just witness. You're just witnessing so that we can identify and move it. Okay. And notice where you've located your stress, your worry, your anxiety, your cortisol. For me, it's in my neck. It kind of creeps up the back of my neck. Or sometimes I feel it in my, the pit of my stomach. Those are very common places. So we're just going to send a little extra focus to whatever your place is. The mind, do you feel it in your thoughts? Do you feel it emotionally as well? We could scan for that too. But wherever you've noticed that you feel or sense or perceive your stress, your worry, your anxiety, your cortisol to be. Is it in your muscles? Is it in your shaky fingers? And just shine your light, your awareness onto or into this area of your body, of yourself. And give it permission to release. Just your witnessing and your permission. That's all we need, okay? You got this. We're gonna soften those channels, just brushing. This is a little just for you brush with angel hair quartz or golden rudel quartz. And I love that for the channel. So we're just softening, gently massaging the channel. So if you're like me and you feel it just like wiry, tense energy, like in the neck and shoulder, back of the skull area, just focus like we're brushing right there. Or if you feel it in your stomach or your bones or your heart or your mind, just focus on this brush and the softening and the gentle unearthing, witnessing of this area, of this stress, of this tension. letting it soften here, like just taking off a little layer at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit. Just layer by layer until we get some movement, until we get some flow. Feel it softening. Feel your connection with it. Feel that this can move. It's not trapped. Feel its potential. Feel that it is purposeful. It's nothing to curse or damn or be mad about. It just needs to go. It just needs to move. Okay. And to honor your system, to honor your sleep cycle, your metabolism, the energy that, this gives you at times where it does help you. We're going to honor that now. So we can release it. Maybe not with love precisely, but with respect. This is the also desert rose. Desert rain and desert rose. Transformative. I think of, south when I think of desert and transformation. I just coiled this, looped this little incense here. Now we're going to light it. Let me just get an ashtray. Got my little ashtray. I'm just going to light this. The fire for transmutation. Moving through your field, through your field, through your field. And again, with your permission, we allow this energy to move. Flow. Looks so beautiful. We just want to be cautious and respectful of the fire and embers. So I'll place it here, push through you, and offering a catalyst, a support, a correspondence for flow and lightening and transformation and release. 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 Light a candle and dedicate it to you. And your calm, your still, your harmonized rhythms of energy and flow. So here, the light of your awareness and your permission and your intention to ground. So we've covered presence. Now we're thinking of grounding as conductive, as energy moving through you like lightning grounds, like electricity grounds, or is best served grounded. We're grounding the electrical nature or feeling or sensation, again through correspondence of cortisol. So just look at the light here And focus on your intention to release and your permission and your awareness of yourself and how you can help yourself. And then I have this cool, strange ritual incense from Dishamsi. I'm just going to add a little here. We're going to add it to your intentions and the transmutation and release of stress, anxiety, cortisol, excess, harmful and excess energy. Just whatever's left in my palm. Release. Okay. So at this point, we're going to work down through these maybe traditional or primary points of cortisol, stress, anxiety, but we're not limited to these, okay? So I'd really love for you to bring in the imagery for yourself in your mind. Picture lightning in a cloud, maybe like passing from cloud to cloud, and it's just like kind of trapped, it's kind of up there, it's kind of tense, it's just uncomfortable, it's keeping you up at night, it's making you feel anxious, and just see it grounding, like hitting the ground and dissipating and clearing. I don't think that's exactly how the weather works, right? But just that imagery and the objectivity here, right? The objective focus of grounding, releasing. So I'm going to use first, we're going to focus on the mind, okay? And here I have these blue kyanite shards, excuse me. And we're just going to move through the mind like we are grounding, moving the stress, the, again, urgency, tension, anxiety from the mind, and grounding it, dissipating, clearing, releasing. Here we have snowflake obsidian. And as you hear each click, picture like static electricity releasing. And we're working now through the neck, the back of the neck, the shoulders, down the arms. And just releasing, clearing. And here we have to work with the chest, to work with the heart area, but just the chest. We have chrysoprase, absolutely beautiful. Maybe you could see the color better back here. So gorgeous. And here's a piece of morganite. So again, we're going to be tapping, and as we tap, we're grounding that electricity. Any tightness, any chest, any racing heartbeat, any, again, worry, anxiety, stress that is kind of lingering here or manifests here. So we're clearing, grounding. Different sounds, different textures. These are not crystals. These are pieces of amber. Black amber. And more typical amber. I don't know what you would call the typical amber. It's so light and beautiful. And again, now we're focusing in the upper abdomen down to the lower abdomen, the guts, the digestive system, the worry in our stomach that affects our appetite, that affects our metabolism, that affects our cycles, that affects our intimacy, our relationships, connections, feelings. This is some heavy clearing. Grounding. Letting it move. Just let it go. Being so delicate here. These are very special pieces. They all are, but these formations are beautiful. This is celestial quartz. Two pieces, two very different pieces of celestial quartz. We have more of like a smoky amethyst here and a smoky twin, you could say, over here. And I like these for the bones, the structure, so not just the bones but also the nerves, the unseen workings, like the structural architecture, like of your bone system, your skeletal system, but also of your nervous system, the communications running up and down your limbs and through your organs and fascia and, all throughout your body. So we're working with the unseen, things that are in our bodies that these energies do run through. I don't know about you, but I can feel stress in my bones sometimes, or this energy just feels like wiry skeleton. Maybe that is my nerves. So look how perfect. I don't know, you can see there's a groove here and they just fit so nicely together, even though they're different. So we're just gonna very gently now clear from the nervous system and the skeletal system, okay? Grounding, moving the energy through like a pulse of electricity, hitting the earth or something else to continue conduction, clearing and release. Notice if you scan your body now that the stress is gone, the anxiety is gone, the physical symptoms, the thoughts, for now, in this moment, are gone. Through your intention, your declaration, and your participation in the movement and release of this energy. And last but not least, of the stone combination, or fossil in this case combination, I'd like to focus on the cortisol, the stress, the worry, the anxiety that initiates when we think of the past or when we think of the future, and declare ourselves present in this moment, grounding energies of stress, releasing as in letting them pass through you, directed, and committing and declaring, I'm not going to worry about things that happened in the past. I'm not going to let it affect me in this moment of the present. And I'm not going to worry in a stressful and unproductive way about the future. I'm going to align my actions, my intentions, follow my heart, and do what's right for me right now. So here I have, to represent the past, a fossil in immolite. Might be mispronouncing that, and it's quite special. It has almost like a hematite sheen to it. And if you see here, this little compartment has been crystallized. And this one is called was gifted to me by my friend Andre, and I believe he coined this, or he told me the name of it, is window quartz. It's so gorgeous. It's such an interesting formation. And I thought window, like window to the future, like trying to look ahead, right? So we're going to clear lines as we contemplate the past or the future, okay? And just spreading to you like comfort. Beautiful work, friends. We're going to use this root chakra tuning fork to really, again, ground that energy has moved through you. It is past. It is not stagnant. It is not stuck. It is not affecting you. It is gone. And so it is. I'm going to move this to your ear. And other. We're going to go back and forth a few times. going to anoint you and invite you now for our final intention of working with grounding and releasing this energy. How you feel now in this moment. Mind calm, heartbeat calmed, your body relaxed, yourself supported and hopefully empowered. We want to anchor this in. This anchored into, grounded into your walking, talking, everyday life. You at work, you with your family, you in traffic, you getting ready for bed, you going about your day. You can always come back to this through your own command and your own intention to release that extra energy, okay? I'm going to anoint you with this amber and sandalwood. Ooh. Amber and sandalwood, like fragrance oil. I'm just going to move through your higher mind to anchor this into your lower mind. That you have this ability and it is done simply through your will. And that might be through an action too, like when I exercise, I consciously and intentionally see myself releasing, moving, expressing, getting rid of the extra cortisol and stuff. For example, actions can be helpful. So we're going to, again, connect with the higher mind and ground it into the conscious mind, the mind of your will, the mind of your learned mind, your analytical mind, your thinking mind, your waking mind, your mind of yourself, my mind of Jillian, in my life, in my actions, my intentions, my thoughts, anchored in this ability. You always have, but we want to bring the awareness, so we remember to do it. I'm just going to use this hummingbird rattle from the Rattle Maker. I'm just going to go around you really gently, not really shaking, more like rotating, so that we can empower, clear, and kind of shake out the aura from any last residual stress or anxiety, so it is completely full of this peace. I'm sweeping the floor in front of you to clear your path. Your path forward, I should say. And I'm going to move behind you and clear your path behind you. Excellent. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed this time together, and I'm proud of you for doing something for yourself. Even just kind of listening and being like, I am in control. That's very helpful. Those little things are helpful, so I hope that it in any way serves you. From the bottom of my heart, I bow to the divine in you and I, into this beautiful connection that we have. So very much love to you.